What's up, guys? It's Migs with Market Open. We're about an hour and a half into the day. I'm already done for the morning, so let's go ahead and do the Market Open recap. First trade I took today was on NKTR. NKTR was actually a continuation play from Friday. Right here, they had got earnings and beat earnings on Friday, so they just kind of steadily climbed all day. Then just kind of went sideways after hours in pre-market. And I took a trade right here on NKTR, right over, I was actually supposed to get in over 104. So what it looked like during the time, it was right here. I was going to get in over the high of this candle on the 1 minute chart. And my stop was actually going to be 103.50. So I got in right here. But the thing is that NKTR during this time was actually kind of spready. And by spready, I mean that the difference between the bid and the ask was like 30-ish cents or so, maybe 20, 30 cents or so. And right as it crossed the 104 mark, the next few candles, I actually got filled all the way up at 104.76 here. So I got filled at, let's see, 934. So right here in this candle as it was ripping. It went all the way up to 105.70, and I would have I would have at least been able to take a partial or something, but it ripped up so fast and so much that when I got filled, I got a horrible fill. Good thing I only had 75 shares. So I filled 75 shares right at 934, so right here. And then I got another 25 shares. I was thinking it was going to hold. I got another 25 shares, 104.76. So while I was down here, it was probably 938. So right here in this candle. So I was thinking that the 104 here was going to hold. So on the way back up, I bought another 25 shares. I got 100 shares long. That was going to be my stop. I kept it at 103.50. And I got kicked out here in this candle at 940, but again on the way down it was spready as well, so I got kicked out at 103.27, so I lost 100 and where are we at NKTR, yeah, so I lost 150 bucks on that. Then the next trade I took was on CRM short. right up here, 120.50. Okay, right here. So it had given up on the highs. I was waiting for it to pull back for me to get filled. And I told myself, okay, so if it comes back to like around 120.60, I was going to go short, and my stop was going to be over the highs here at 120.95. So next candle there at 948. I believe it was this candle. Yep, right at 948. As it spiked up real fast, I took advantage of that and I went short. I put my stop here over the top and got filled at 120.57. It actually started coming down, and I held it. Actually, I believe I added another. No, I did not, because I took two trades on CRM. So I think it was two trades on CRM. But either way, so I took 119.93. I took out 225 shares. I left the other ones until another 4 minutes later. I noticed that the 120 was kind of bouncing around, so that kind of made me uncomfortable. Because once it breaks the whole number, it should break down, come back, retest, and then just keep heading lower. But it was kind of fluttering back and forth on the 120 mark. So I decided to get out right at 120.03, right at 10.08. So right, let's see, 10.08. Yeah, so right around here. I ended up making, actually no, that's right, I only took one trade on CRM. I ended up making 184.50, so a 1.8 to 1 was basically my risk to reward ratio on that. CRM, took a trade on MU next. This trade on MU was textbook. It was on the 5 minute chart here. You'll see this flag right here over the 150. So this was, I should have doubled up on this, but I didn't. During the time the market was actually kind of still going sideways and slightly headed lower. But this pattern right here was even better. Now, let me show you guys. We called it out. Somebody called it out in the room, and I think it was actually at 50. Somebody called it out at 50, but I wasn't really quite comfortable taking that. There was no pattern there for me. Let me show you guys the daily with the 50 and the 200. So the initial reason why they wanted to take it over 50 because it's a 52-week high here, right at 50. So the previous candle's high was at 49.63 and then 49.88, and then the whole $1.50 is a major mental resistance for a lot of people. So as it was crossing over, they bought it. I stayed on the sidelines. I waited for the first pullback, which was here. Right here over the next candle to make a new high. So it pulled all the way back almost to the 9. Next candle to make a new high is 50.49 with a stop here at 50.23. So I was risking about 20 cents. And I took it right here in this very next candle. I rode it up all the way up to almost 51. I got out 400 shares. Let's see here. 50.28. Wait a second. Nope. Went long at 50.10. Oh, got out at 50.28. Okay. Actually, no, that's right. I did take 2 trades on, I wonder if I took it on the 1 minute. Yep, right here. Okay, so there was an actual pullback on this. 50. Yep, so this little pullback here. See how it goes up, test 50, pulled back all the way down here to 49.75. So I actually went long 500 shares as it broke 50, but I got filled at 50.10 because when it first went, I put out a stop limit order, which means that I want it to trigger at 50.01 and then stop at 50.10, so it won't fill me any higher than that. So what it did is actually it spiked up over 50, and next candle it actually within the same candle it pulled back a little bit and then it went again. So I got filled and then it went. I sold 400 shares right at 50.28 and the other at 50.66. So I'm making up a little bit more than probably somewhere around 120 bucks, I think, something like that. And let's see here. The next trade was on the 5-minute chart on MU. Right here at this pullback, like I was talking earlier, 50-50 as it broke over. I got filled at 50.51, sold at 50.89, 50.81. So as you can see on here, I actually went up over 51. And the high currently right now is 51.45. I didn't really expect it to make that big of a move because MU is typically not a very big mover. So I took the safe bet on that. I ended up with $272 on MU. The other trade I took, so MU, CRM, DLTR. So simultaneously during this time, I actually took MU and DLTR exactly at the same time. Now, I took DLTR at the VWAP rejection. So I actually ended up taking it a little bit early here at 101.30. I got filled right at 101.27. So I was waiting for it to pull down, pull back up to VWAP. As it was getting rejected on the way back down, I got filled right at 101.27. But the very next candle actually ended up kicking me out, unfortunately. Although even if I had not jumped in early, it would have triggered because remember the next candle to make a new low is the entry on a VWAP rejection. So this candle right here, the low is 101.14, and then the low of this candle is 101.09. So I would have triggered, and I still would have gotten kicked out. So during this time is when the market actually started coming back. So I got out of this position and I kept my MU position long. So it was, I guess it's kind of like hedging. I had one position short, one position long, but they both looked so perfect, so I took them both. And I believe that is it. I sold my last position that I sold was that long on MU as it was getting close to the whole number. Looking back on it, yeah, I could have held it. My main My main play for today was actually going to be CLSD. I was actually going to be on the long side. I was expecting it to go a little higher, but if you notice on here, it actually ended up selling off, which is kind of typical of these stocks that are under $10. CLSD actually ended up getting positive earnings on phase 3 trials, which is really good news for them. But the thing is that this stock is a piece of crap. So either if it wanted to go short or if it wanted to sell off, just like most of them do, I was prepared to go short. But during that time, I was looking at I believe it was CRM. Yeah, I think I was looking at CRM, and this thing actually kind of flushed down kind of quickly. So as you can see, it actually hit and broke the resistance at pre-market highs, which was this red line right here. It broke and then it just immediately flushed down, and I'm sure a lot of people lost a lot of money here as it broke over, triggered, and then just sold off. So, but typically, let's see here. Let's see if I can find a short entry on this thing. This thing kind of sold off really fast. You could have gone short under the $12 mark here. So if you see it sell down, push back up, your stop would have been over $12.25, and then go short at 12. You would have 25 cents of risk, would have shorted 400 shares. You could have covered, I don't know, anywhere, because I mean this thing's most likely going to sell off all day. Like I said, most of these stocks are under $10. If they spike up a little bit too much, they'll end up selling off, because if you think about it fundamentally, if you are a stockholder that's an investor, that you've been in it since, since this thing was at $6, let's just say, I don't know, this was last week, this thing was at $6. It's been as low as 5 just in the past 6 months alone. So, and if you're up over 100% on your initial investment, you're going to want to take profits on this, because a lot of the times these things end up going to zero. Like 99% of the time, these things end up going to zero, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles with these things, with these stocks under $10, because they're such small caps, they're such small companies that they might only have one drug in the pipeline, and if that fails, then they got nothing else. So I expect CLSD to kind of sell off the rest of the day. I'm most likely not going to get in it unless I see like some perfect VWAP projection, but I really don't think that's going to happen with this thing. So it's also a low float. So CLSD, it's got 18 million in float, so it's definitely a big mover. But yeah, like I said, I definitely expect this thing to sell for the rest of the day. Now, if you also noticed, today it was kind of a slow day for me. Not up really that much, because there were not a lot of movers. There were not a lot of gappers this morning in pre-market and for after hours on Fridays. So I only had a few things on my watch list. I kind of added some of these as they went, as I noticed them that they were getting a lot of momentum throughout the day. So, like I always say, if you guys have any questions, make sure to put it down in the comment section below. Also, the link to our Facebook group where I post my watch list every single morning for you guys to be able to profit off of. It's just a group of like-minded people where we share a lot of different ideas. We have, I think we're up to 5,500 people or so. Our next target being 6,000. So we're definitely a relatively new group that's actually been growing very, very fast. So if you guys are up for that, the link will be down in the description. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.